Welcome to Junker Town.
Hey, this one might be a 30 SR game. It might be. I don't think so. I'm too close. I'm not low enough.
I'm just gonna keep listening to music.
Is that the real Slaydra? Is that the real Slaydra? On Twitch.tv?
Indubitably, I'm too straight. Indubitably, I'm undo me.
I have to go heals.
Bitch, what?
Like,
You want me to go heal? Yeah. That's cool. I'll be mercy, bitch. I mean, if someone else feels comfortable playing mercy, let me know. Yo, what is up, guys? So today I want to talk about knowing your place, which I guess the guy actually watches my streams because he knows, and he joked around saying at least you know your place. Okay, so one thing I talk about all the time when I actually live stream is knowing your place in the game. When you get matched up against a team that might be really high, and you might have a really high player or a really low player on your team, you need to learn your place in this game. And what I mean by that is if they play DPS, and they're like a top 500 player and you're like super under them, like right now in this game I'm 3970 and then we had like a 4500 tracer or something like that, I'm going to let them take DPS or tank or whatever the role that they need, because it's going to give us a higher chance at winning. Therefore, knowing your place, as in if you are the lower ranked player, it's going to benefit the team to actually have you play a role that you might not be comfortable with playing because they have a better chance at carrying. And it doesn't have to be DPS. Obviously, if there's a top 500 Mercy main, it's probably going to be better if you give them Mercy versus, you know, the other player that might be like Platinum taking Mercy. It's just kind of how the game goes if you want to win. Now, obviously, this isn't a rule, but what I'm trying to say is you should flex if you are the lower rank. And I will do it including myself. Like, because sometimes I'll get games where there'll be like a Platinum player that plays DPS. It's usually like really late at night where it'll be like a high Grandmasters game or like there'll be like a top 500, and to balance it out, they'll be like, alright, the teammates that get the Grandmasters or top 500 or Masters or whatever the case may be, they'll also get like a Plat player, a player that's super low, and that player really needs to kind of fill over there, and that's because the players that are much higher are going to have a heavier role because they need to carry. That's the reason why the game is set up in that way, is because there's someone really good and that player needs to be at their maximum potential, as in they need to play what they main, or they need to play whatever is going to carry essentially the hardest. And that's really the point that I'm trying to drive home with this. And I mean, I very, very dislike playing support, but the thing is that I'm here to win, not necessarily always to play what I main. Although sometimes it's more fun playing a role that I don't like when I win versus when I'm playing a role that I do like and I'm losing because I feel like my teammates aren't doing anything. Because let's say that I took DPS in this case, and we had like a really, really good Genji and a Tracer. The thing is if I was to say like take Soldier, which is a role that I also main, it's gonna hurt the team more because they'd be forced to play Mercy, therefore they might not be able to carry as hard. And in addition to that, I don't think that my Soldier is in anywhere near like a 4500 Tracer. Like, I would much rather have him play the DPS role. So it works kind of like two different ways, because not only are you kind of set up as a disadvantage, because maybe in this game their team was also like kind of higher ranked. I mean, it wasn't super far out. The game was like a 4000 flat game, which I was 3970, so it's like about average. But in a game where like you are super behind in terms of SR, it's going to make it very difficult for you to perform well, even if you're playing your role anyways. There's a lot of times where I'll get into a game where there's a Platinum, and again, it happens usually when it's late at night, and they will want to play DPS. And like, let's say like everyone is Diamond, and then like I'll be Masters, and then like we'll have like a Plat on the team, or a Diamond, or whatever the case may be, like a really, really low Diamond, like barely, like maybe he decayed, maybe he's like 3000 flat, and the game is like, you know, 3300-ish. That player that's playing DPS, and forcing me, let's say, to play like a healer, it's going to make it much more difficult for me to carry, because I'm supposed to carry in that role. It's kind of a problem in Overwatch, because another problem would be like if, you know, they get a top 500 Mercy main and we have a top 500 McCree main. Like, it's day and night as far as difference. Like, a Mercy can only carry so hard. Like, you cannot heal stupid in the game when someone's going in 1v5 and is saying, like, I'm not getting heals. Obviously, with the top 500 game, that usually doesn't happen where they're complaining too much, especially if you're playing Mercy, and as far as healing goes, like, you don't really need to aim, so, like, you can't miss, you can't be Anna and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I missed, you know, or, like, a shield got in the way or something. Like, if you're getting, you know, healed by Mercy, it's not because of Mercy. Well, I guess there's titling positioning, but we can argue about the skill ceiling of Mercy another time. But what I really wanted to drive home with this vid is basically saying that you really need to learn your place if you want to win. And it's just a really good tip that I can give you guys, because you guys ask all the time, you know, how do you climb and stuff like that. And this is a great way to actually climb in Overwatch, is to know your place in the game. When there's someone higher, you do the feeling roll. I know that there are so many times where there is a Mercy main and she will be frustrated and she will swap off. I actually had to remove one of my friends, and she just, every time she got killed by the Tracer, she would be like, I'm gonna get off of Mercy, even though I'm a Mercy one trick. I'm gonna go ahead and swap to Tracer. It's just gonna make the thing even worse. I understand sometimes as, you know, a healer, you're getting dove really hard. The thing with that is you gotta communicate to your team. If you're Mercy one trick and you decide to go play Tracer or whatever the case may be, because it doesn't seem to be working out, you need to be more vocal and you need to say, hey, there's this person on me, can we do something about it, can we get a McCree, can we get something going here, because that's going to give you, again, a better chance at winning versus you swapping off to DPS, even though like that's not your role, especially when you don't know your place. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the vid, and I will definitely be knowing my place in the game, like I said, and hopefully, again, this will help you guys rank up if you guys are maybe trying to rank up and you get these kind of games. But I understand sometimes it's frustrating as a healer main, but at the same time, you gotta know your place. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.